All right, so we're all getting pretty used to AI that can talk to us. But today, we're diving into a massive leap forward, AI that can actually do things for us. This is the big shift from just having a conversation to seeing real action. And it's called Agentic AI.
You know the drill, right? You ask a chatbot a question, you get an answer. We've all been there. But what if the AI didn't just stop there? What if it could hear your problem, really understand your goal, and then go out and actually solve it for you?
And this slide, right here, gets to the heart of it. Most of the AI we interact with is what you could call scripted. It's reactive. It follows a pretty set path. But Agentic AI? It's proactive. It doesn't just wait for instructions. It makes a plan and takes action all on its own to solve a problem.
So what is it, really? Well, at its core, Agentic AI is an autonomous system. You don't hand it a detailed to-do list. Nope, you give it a single, high-level goal, and it figures out all the complex, messy steps to get there. It's the difference between having a tool and having a team.
So where is this stuff actually hitting the ground running? First stop, let's look at the workplace, where these agents are showing up as the ultimate super colleagues.
Let's start with customer service. We're moving so far beyond those frustrating chatbots that just run you in circles. The new goal is to give every single customer a kind of concierge-level service, but at an absolutely massive scale.
Let's make this super concrete. Imagine you contact your phone company. A normal chatbot might just tell you your balance, but an AI agent, it goes so much further. It checks your account, sees an unpaid bill, and instead of just telling you about it, it proactively says, hey, I can set up a payment plan for you right now. And then it does it and confirms it's all handled. See the difference? It doesn't just report a problem, it resolves. And this isn't just for helping customers on the outside. Internally, these agents are becoming the new first responders for IT departments, basically stopping fires before they even have a chance to start.
Think about the constant firefighting that goes on in an IT department. An AI agent is like a tireless sentinel. It's watching system health 24/7. So instead of a human getting a frantic alert at 3 a.m. that a server is overloaded, the agent already noticed and added more capacity. A service fails, it's restarted automatically. And get this, a major security threat emerges, an agent can patch thousands of machines in minutes, a job that could take a human team all day.
The potential here is just massive. McKinsey figures that Agentic AI could automate a staggering 30% of the hours that people currently spend on software development. Just think about what that means. It's about freeing up developers from all the routine stuff so they can focus on what they do best: creative architecture and complex problem solving. Okay, so that's the 9-to-5 world. But this technology is also getting way more personal. Let's shift gears and look at how it's about to become our own private life manager.
I mean, just imagine saying something this simple and having a really complex task just handled. This is the dream, right? You're not micromanaging it with a to-do list, you're just stating your desired outcome, and it takes care of the whole shebang.
So what happens the second you say that? Well, the agent is off to the races. It's searching flights, it's comparing hotels that fit your budget, finding the absolute best deals, and then booking everything. The very next thing you see is a completed itinerary just popping up in your calendar. It handles dozens of tedious little steps to achieve your one simple goal.
Now, we can apply this same power to another really critical part of our lives, our finances. You can think of it like a 24/7 financial guardian, always watching over your accounts, ready to act in a split second.
And the applications here are just so powerful. For high-speed market trading, these agents can execute complex strategies in milliseconds, literally superhuman speed. For your personal security, an agent can spot a weird charge and freeze your account before any money is actually lost. It even helps broaden financial access, with agents analyzing hyperlocal data like weather patterns to approve small loans for farmers who might have been ignored by traditional banks.
Okay, and now for one of the most vital areas of all, healthcare. Agentic AI isn't about replacing doctors or nurses. It's about acting as a tireless assistant, providing an extra set of digital eyes on every single patient.
So while a nurse is busy with one patient, an AI agent can be a guardian for another. It's constantly monitoring vital signs, looking for those super subtle patterns that might signal an infection. And if it finds something, it doesn't just blare a generic alarm.
No, it alerts the nurse with a full, concise summary. And at the same time, it can handle that mountain of paperwork, like drafting clinical notes and scheduling follow-ups, which frees up so much critical time for actual, hands-on care.
Now let's pause, because with all this talk about AI taking action on its own, a huge question naturally pops up, right? Who is actually in control here? This brings us to maybe the most important part of this whole equation, the human-AI partnership.
The key is that these systems are always designed with a critical safety net. They have what are called human oversight triggers. This basically means that when the AI gets confused or when a decision is just too important, it doesn't guess, it stops. It raises its hand, so to speak, and passes the problem to a human expert. The human is always in the loop. This partnership works beautifully because it lets each side do what it does best. The AI agent, it handles the relentless work, the constant data monitoring, the routine tasks, all at a speed and scale we just can't match. And that frees up the human expert to focus on what we do best, making those critical, nuanced decisions, setting the big picture strategy, and providing that final, essential oversight.
So, when you pull all of these pieces together, what does our agentic future really start to look like? Let's zoom out for the big picture.
The promise of this agentic future really is about removing a ton of friction from our lives. It's a world that's more responsive and more secure. You're talking faster, smarter customer service, proactive IT and cybersecurity, more efficient financial markets, and safer, more attentive healthcare. And for each of us, it's the promise of a personal assistant that finally handles the boring parts of life.
And that really brings us to the final and most interesting question. You know, we've spent all this time talking about what the AI can do for us, but maybe the bigger question is what it enables us to do. When an AI can handle the world's to-do list, what new problems will we solve? What new things will we create? What will you do? That's the future we're stepping into. Thanks for watching.